Set the tempo to 150, between 140, 160 can work as well. Then I set the scale to the minor natural, create the 1-4-5 chord progression, then I went to the slice tool and I chopped it up. Then I took the bottom notes and then I duplicated them 1 octave down and once again for my bottom notes. Then you can sprinkle in these melody notes right here and make them close to each other and leave some breathing room. And I layered them with an octave up again. This gives it more power, so experiment with this and delete what you don't need anymore. For trap you want to add in that sweet 808. And then I base it off here on the track of the piano, and I have this. Create some rhythm and leave some breathing room. And to give more power I also layer this 1 octave up. Then let's listen together with the piano. Then play around with the volume. A kick in combination with our 808 isn't always necessary, but this time a little punchy kick might do wonders. I like to start here with the first note and then the triplets here at the end, and in between I listen to whatever sounds good. So let's say I remove those. See, I'm missing something. And feel free to add in more kicks if you need to. But don't overcomplicate your mix, and this is what you got so far. And here it comes. Then place your clap on the 3rd and the 7th beat, and it goes like this. This is very common in trap music, and you can also layer this with the snare. And I add in a little fill extra here. And together we got this. Then some really cool hi-hats can really spice up your track. I like to start here, right click, and then fill each 2 steps. Now you can pimp it further by going to right click, piano roll, and then you can create more triplets out of these, or even more. Here, snap to grid. I change this to 1/3 beat, but you can get even further into steps. And then you can add little ones right here. See, it's not always the same, not every 2 step, but you can paste more in between, like this for example. And then listen to wherever you want it, and then see with the other track if it places nicely in your song. Now, this is the cool thing. I stayed in key of C minor, but I went down a bit. So I get a little special effect. And also here, I go 5 half steps up to create this effect. So the general theme right here is you stay on this C, but then I add in some extra notes, so I get these rolls. I go down here on the C minor, and also here on this 5th. Then it's time to texture our song and create some awesome staccatos in between. And this will give our song more flavor. And if you didn't know, GMS here has some awesome pads that you can add in between your songs to give more flavor in the pattern. Let's hear this. And here I layered them to give it more power. And this gives some more dynamic in the background of your song. Remember the pattern from our piano? Of course you do, just been a minute ago. Well, let's layer it with some bells. Now that we got the elements of our very first trap beat, we have everything here together and we need to make things more interesting. We like to start off with some few elements, build on, then take away elements and then build them on again and fade out to make things more interesting. And I created something here. You can follow along or create something of your own. I started out with the piano, the pads in the background and the bells. Together, they will form the chords, melody and the background noise. Then some drums come in, 808 and a kick can play on top of each other with staccato to texture things off. Then the clap and snare come in, and finally the hi-hats to really get here in the groove. But I tease a little bit by taking away the bells, you don't really hear them, but then everything comes on in full speed. I take away a few elements and I add them on later again just to fade out, but this time the bells close off in a really cool manner. Now the moment you're waiting for, let's listen to our trap beat.